In the first year of the business, we were offered a global Nike deal, British fashion runway show, and around 50 stockists, and had a business that was already hitting 7 figures and very much profitable. I think typically in the industry, one executive leadership or one creative director that's being vanguarded.
And I guess it's became apparent that women need to lean in the conversation and ask for that promotion, kind of provoke the conversation much more proactively. It takes courage.
Because at the end of the day, whether it takes them one conversation or 2 hours to engage in a dialogue with you, what will stand out is your point of view.
I took risks, calculated risks, try to always have a goal. And then life happens. But try to have a trajectory in terms of what do I need next? What is my end goal? I wanted to go closer to the customer, to work on the ground. I had this really nice position in Paris, but it was very central.
The underpinning of what makes something desirable is contextual to every generation. And I think that therein lies an opportunity for each generation to rewrite or what it means to actually, participate in that conversation or what defines luxury. I became really interested in actually building a structure where design thinking and creativity will have more of a seat at decision-making tables.
Both of you have collaborated with companies like Apple, Nike, Inditex, and LVMH. Those are environments with significant institutional power.
I think that if you're well-researched, if you form a thesis as to why the opposing incumbent would want to hear what you have to say, it's more internal about understanding, what is your version of success, trusting that intuition and that instinct and leading with that.
What will make you stand out are those aspirations and those things you don't necessarily like and the things you feel are weird or an odd passion that you're actually going to turn into your biggest strength and biggest interest.
The conversation around women in leadership often focuses on resilience and persistence. Is there something about the structural problem that gets missed when it's framed that way?
The fear goes away and it's all about creating those connections. So don't shy away from just mixing.
You've both built businesses and careers at the same time as navigating these structural barriers.
I think that the biggest thing is to understand where power lies.
The industry celebrates women who reach the top, but it rarely examines what it costs them to get there.
Pay attention to your health because it's a marathon, it's not a race.
View of what leadership looks like is still quite masculine. One of the biggest misconceptions is that you can, start a brand, go through the traditional models, and you can sustain that, where I think you need to focus on the consumer, understand where markets are. You can actually lean on that and use that design thinking, but you do need to understand, how a P&L runs.
There's a culture of beautiful things, of craftsmanship.
Thank you.